What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the Unfiltered Empire. You're back here with your boy Melo. Today we're doing a flight like we usually do. We're going to be going from Phoenix over to San Diego. I'm just getting everything set up real quick. Alright, right now we are in the CRJ 900 American Airlines livery. The normal stuff, how we do it. Hope everybody's doing great. In this video, I'm actually going to be just going over kind of my trip. I just came back from Florida. Hence, there's been like a little bit of inconsistency, I would say, with the posting.
Phoenix clearance delivery Eagle 9er 9er85IFR to Lindbergh, ready to copy.
Eagle 9er 9er85 is cleared to Lindbergh Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 right climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 125.4 squawk 2006.
There.
Eagle 9er 9er85 cleared to Lindbergh Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 right climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 125.4 squawk 2006.
It says we're going up to 32,000 feet.
Eagle 9er 9er85
But
right back correct.
I don't think we should be going to 32,000 feet.
Good day.
Just being honest, I'm gonna climb to about 25,000 feet.
Eagle short runway 26 using taxiway Charlie Charlie 10 Bravo Bravo 13.
Since it's such a short flight. But yeah, man, we're gonna go through the setup process. You're gonna just see what I'm doing, and then while we're in a flight, just go over like how my trip was. What did I take from the trip? Because you know, every time I go back to where I came from in Florida, there's a lot of memories that's over there. A lot of insightful people that I get to catch up with.
All position Southwest 29er 16 heavy.
And then, you know, people always gonna be people. So it's like,
Southwest 29er 16
there's always something you can take away from what goes on in life around you.
Southwest 29er 16 heavy, hold position, caution other traffic.
Alright, what's going on here? Alright, I guess.
All position Southwest 29er 16 heavy. Southwest 29er
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
continue taxi.
Alright, so let's get everything over
Southwest
from
2880
here.
heavy requesting pushback. Southwest 2880 heavy pushback request accepted.
Wow, that messed everything up. Did that mess everything up? Let's
Roger
see.
Southwest 29er 16 heavy.
It might have messed everything up. Yeah, it did. Alright. So nothing's working. We gotta restart the flight. This is what it's like at times. Going through dumb shit like this. Everything just froze when I opened up the iPad. So we're gonna redo it. We're gonna restart real quick. This part shouldn't take me long. Just gonna connect everything back up. Man, I just drove back from Florida to this morning. I drove the whole entire morning. Oh boy. Look at that, the gate was still already there. Alright, let's get that gate back. Alrighty, boom, boom, boom. Everything's off. We're gonna turn this off.
Phoenix clearance delivery Eagle 9er 9er85IFR to Lindbergh, ready to copy.
Boom, boom.
Eagle 9er 9er85 is cleared to Lindbergh Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 right climb and maintain 6,000
Boom,
feet.
turn that on.
Departure frequency is 125.4
Boom.
squawk 6363.
Perfect.
Eagle 9er 9er85 cleared to Lindbergh Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 right climb and maintain
Okay.
6,000 feet.
Let's say
Departure
we're
on
going to
125.4 squawk 6363.
we'll go to
Eagle
27,000.
9er 9er85 readback is correct. Contact ground on 119.75
Alright.
when ready to taxi.
Boom. I did want to put in there as well. Appreciate anyone that's tapping in watching these videos, man. If you're watching the video right now, and you just literally just be tapping in with me, I appreciate that. Yeah, I just wanted to come out here today, bro. Drop a little video, get something out, cause I know there's people that actually mess with these, so I'm actually gonna keep these up. I do these flights on my free time. I had a little bit of free time, so I'm like, all right, let's try to. I don't know why it's not letting me put this in. All right, there we go. That didn't really make sense. Executed. All right. We are gonna be departing 25 right. You said 25 right? They're sending everybody to 26. Alright, so we're gonna be taking off runway 26.
Taxi to and hold short runway 26 using taxiway Papa Charlie Romeo Bravo 13 SkyWest 6368.
Alright, so
Phoenix ground envoy 4019er heavy request taxi to the gate.
runway 26.
Envoy 4019er heavy taxi to gate 26 via taxiway Foxtrot 6 cross runway 7 left Echo 6
Then we
Echo Delta
got
9er Delta Tango Charlie Juliet.
transition. And then let's go to arrival. We'll put everything in and execute it all at the same time.
Taxiing to gate 26 via taxiway
Localizer.
Foxtrot 6 cross runway 7 left Echo 6 Echo Delta
Lucky
9er Delta Tango
one.
Charlie Juliet envoy 4019er
Hogs.
heavy.
Alright, and then we're gonna execute this. Now let's go to legs and make sure nothing's discontinued. There's discontinuation. Execute. And then now we're going to 270. That's what I got in there, right? Yeah. Let's add in our fuel. Everything is fuel. It's all good. Now let's go to index. Alright, got a message from somebody. Alright.
Phoenix ground Alaska 163 heavy request taxi to the gate.
Don't know who that is. That just
Alaska
texted me.
163 heavy taxi to gate 24.
216, 270. Now let's actually fix up this. Alright. Let's get this on. And then let's get the AC on. Let's Alright, got almost everything checked up. I'm about to turn beacon lights on next. We gotta fix our speeds. Let's fix this real quick. Alright, so our VR speed is 144. If you don't know, VR is your vertical rotation speed. So that's when you lift the plane up. And that's 144.
Phoenix ground American 222 tree heavy requesting pushback. American 222 tree heavy pushback request accepted.
Flight director. pretty much ready to go. So we'll turn on beacon, nav light, and we are pretty much ready to go. So now what we're gonna do is actually disconnect the ground power. We'll action pushback.
Phoenix Ground Eagle 9er requesting pushback.
We will get rid of fuel pumps are on. View on. Park and brake off. Let's get out of here. Wonder what he's doing right here. He'd be dead in real life. He'd have got his head chopped off. I'm not gonna start any of the engines until we're all the way pushed back. It's a beautiful day. A lot of crazy clouds. You can see over here. Sheesh.
Phoenix Ground Eagle 9er requesting the end of pushback.
You can stop us right there. Now let's start one of our engines. We'll go left first. We'll go left first. You hear the AC turn off. And then we can also you can kind of hear it starting up a little bit. And then now let's turn this on.
Phoenix Ground Eagle 9er with Golf ready to taxi IFR.
Eagle 9er taxi to and hold short of runway 25 right via taxiway tree Delta Delta 12 Echo Echo 13.
We got flaps going down.
120.9 when ready.
Taxi hold short runway 25 right using taxiway tree Delta Delta 12 Echo Echo 13 Eagle 9er 85.
Taxi light. Now, I'm actually about to get out of here now. Real quick. And then now we're gonna get moving. And now we're out of here. We're gonna taxi out in one engine just for a little bit. Of course, we're gonna have some warnings still, just simply because the other engine's still off. But man, as I taxi here, just thinking a while ago, it's like life is really what you make it, man. Life is exactly what you make it. If your life is not going the way you want it to go, what have you been doing that is causing your life to be like that? And if your life is going the way you want it to go, what have you been doing to make sure it's going the way you want it to go? Life is really what you make it for. Alright, I'm going to turn engine number 2 on. Let that bad boy turn on real quick. I'm just gonna cruise right here real quick. While that engine turns on, we're gonna put that bad boy up. And we're actually gonna stop right here. Once that engine is completely on, turn APU off. Everything else is golden. Alright, let's do it. Alright, everything is good. We're green. We're green. Now let's get ready to take off. But yeah, man, life is exactly what you make it. Altimeter. Hold on, we gotta get that altimeter real quick. 2992. Oh, bet, perfect. 2992. Alright, let's get out of here. Clear, we got him right there. Rotation speed is 146. Let's get out of here. Alright, got Toga. Oh wow. Right next door. Now we're rolling. 130. Oh, that's 120. 140. Rotate. Now we're out of here. I'm gonna stay straight for a little bit. I'm actually gonna shorten my range. Let me fix this climb so we can maintain our
Eagle 985, contact Albuquerque, center on 125.1.
6,000 feet.
Eagle 985 Albuquerque Center altimeter
Now we can get a
29
quick
decimal
view.
1 radar contact continue. Eagle 985 traffic is 11 o'clock 4 miles at 5,800 feet going. Report there in sight.
Alright.
Eagle 985 verified walking 6363.
Alright, for our clearance is gonna go bad, so.
Eagle 985 have a traffic.
Eagle 985 climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Climb and
I knew it.
maintain
I pressed the
16,000
button.
feet.
I
Eagle
knew it.
985.
Something was wrong. Once I saw that, I said, why do I see?
Skywest
Why do I see
6521
that?
heavy contact Phoenix approach on 124.1. Good day. Skywest 6419 heavy traffic is 12 o'clock 4 miles
Alright,
at
we're gonna keep it like that.
10,700 feet Airbus A20N. Report there in
About to
sight.
start turning again real quick. But yeah, man.
Eagle
Life
985 verified walking 6363.
life is beautiful.
Frontier flight 3483 heavy climb and maintain flight level 200. Going
Life
to
is beautiful.
124.1 Skywest 6521 heavy. Climb and maintain flight level 200 Frontier flight 3483 heavy. American 2109 heavy climb and maintain flight level 240.
Now we're doing our little turn over real
Skywest
quick.
6419 heavy have the Airbus A20N in sight.
I have not gotten the autopilot to fully work to where it does everything on its own.
Maintain flight level
I might be doing something wrong to where I don't know how to fix that part of it. So I fly it with the heading. So it's like I can't just turn the VNAV on and then have the fly itself completely. I have to monitor speed at all time. I have to monitor because right now we're going 180. We're going way too slow. But we're at where we want to be. We're at 10,000 feet. But we're going a little too slow.
Eagle 985 by on flight plan and cancel radar service terminated.
Yeah, they just canceled it. I knew that was coming.
Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
Alright, we're still in our climb.
Skywest 6419 heavy climb and maintain flight level 270.
Yes, guys.
Albuquerque Center Eagle 985 is tight 3 miles west of Alpha Zulu 90 11,700 feet. Request flight following.
Eagle 985 Albuquerque Center.
Boom,
Clock
boom.
2601. Frontier flight 4570 heavy contact Sky Harbor approach on 119.2. Good day. Frontier flight 3483 heavy contact Albuquerque Center on 128.45. Good day.
Squawk 2601 Eagle 985.
Alright, boom. Man, I hope I didn't just get no random message from the camera.
119.2 Frontier flight.
But as you can see, we're climbing up.
Goodbye.
Still working on speed.
Climb and maintain flight level 270 Skywest 6419 heavy.
Now we're getting our next turning. Perfect. Perfect. Everything's looking good right now. But yeah, man. After leaving Florida, and now I come back to Atlanta, being back in the own space, being back at home, I realized that going back to the hometown slows me down. I love the people that I get to see, and I love the environment at times from like the memories I created with these amazing people. But then I also realize on the back end of that, like when I get out there, my discipline slows so far down. Like everything I was locked in on before I came, still locked in on. It's like I just now the push. I have to get back into that mode of that hard push that I push myself at. Because when I went out there, I felt like that push kind of got suppressed. I was like, alright, so I could chill. I could chill for a couple of days of my vacation. I could take a couple of days off. When in reality, we can't really afford no days off. So it's like being out there. I got to get the mind right, the spirit right. You know, going to the beach. You can never complain when you get to go to the beach and enjoy the sand and the water, man. I saw my child. That was amazing. All right, we gotta slow. We gotta slow. We gotta go down. Yeah, why is it not going down? Alright, we gotta slow down. Hey, we're in our first cloud of the day. First cloud came at 20,000 feet, almost. We dodged into everything. But yeah, now it's time to slow this climb down. Because we gotta get up to at least 200 something nautical miles. But yeah, man, it humbles you because it's like, you know, when you go so hard, I feel like in a perspective to where every day you're working, you're pushing on building something that not everyone's going to be able to see and not everyone's going to be able to like envision what you're envisioning. It kind of brings you back to a light of reality and how much you've actually done and how much work you've been putting in. Because I go back and I talk to some of my people and I'm telling them kind of what I do. And it's like they're all doing great things as well in their life, and it just like allows me to realize, you know, like damn, you're hard on yourself, and it's good that you're hard on yourself. But always remember you're a human being. Like, you want something to happen and work for you instantly while you're starting it. You want what you're building to blow up fast because of how much work you know you're putting into it. But at the same time, everything takes time. Everything is a journey. And you get to see the journey and embrace the journey when you get to tell your vision to other people and tell them what you're doing, what you've worked on. Because then you can see what have you guys worked on, what have you guys been doing. Here, this is what I've been doing, this is what I've been working on. And man, it's just been, that was one of the key parts about going there, man. Is see it. Seeing fam, seeing friends, seeing people you grew up with, and then also vice versa, hearing about some of the things people that you grew up with doing now, hearing about some of the things that's going on behind the scenes that people don't really know. And it's like when you realize that, you're like, okay. Because you know, I feel like cleanliness is godliness. Elijah Muhammad said that, man. The closest thing to godliness is cleanliness. And I value that a lot. You know, I value that as much as I can because I feel like it carries over with your environment. I feel like if you keep your inner environment clean, your outer environment and what attracts to you is also in that clean space as well. That's the hope. That's the goal. I think all the clouds disappeared. Wow. Now we're about to be going too fast, so now let's climb up. Let's start slowing down. I got a text message. She going to the beach. Oh, that's beautiful, man. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. But yeah, man. And then for the people, you know, that do know me personally, know I have my child. And they know I live a very personal life, you know. I think in this time and age, privacy is now looked upon as a different type of movement. Like, you know, I feel like back then, when we were growing up, when there wasn't that much social media, privacy was normal. Now I feel like when you're private, people think you're really trying to hide something from everybody. And it's like, bro, I don't even want to hide nothing, but I just love my privacy. Like, I feel like there's other people that live high caliber lives and have great relationship with the people in reality, but don't show that to social media. And then they have other parts that they do show to social media. And that's how I look at myself. I'm like, I stopped posting completely. I kind of went MIA dark mode on social media right now. And I'm like, I love it because I just realized that I'm focused so much on the moment. The moment in time that I'm spending with somebody is my main focus. I don't care about how it's going to look on social media. I don't care about what someone else is going to think. I care about how I naturally feel in the moment while I'm doing this activity. And man, it's just a beautiful feeling, bro. It's a completely beautiful feeling. And we all need to feel that. Because I feel like a lot of people do things for social media. I feel like a lot of things that people are doing stems from wanting validation from other groups of people. Alright, we're about to be at our cruising altitude. Turn this off. Alright, let's see. I don't want to start overspeeding, so I want to make sure I don't overspeed. Perfect. Can I hold the speed right here? Yeah. Alright, boom. We're golden. Now we're just cruising our way to San Diego. We got a little ways to go. But yeah, that's truly how I feel about it, bro. Like, I feel that some people need to go back to living a private life. It's not bad to live private. It's not bad to keep what you're doing, especially with the sacred people in your life that you really care and love and truly want the world for. I don't feel like everything you do with them needs to be on social media. I don't really think that everything needs to be portrayed to everyone. When was it normal for everyone to know our business and know what we're doing all the time? And then it's like you can celebrate somebody genuinely the same way with the same amount of love without posting on social media. And I just be having that in the back of my head because I am sometimes around people that do like to post on social media a lot and show the world what's going on all the time. And I don't value it, you know? I don't see it as this is what I need to be doing. I need to show everybody this. And I want to know from the people that do show everybody everything, what are you showing them for? Like, are you showing it to them so they can respond to it? I know like family members get to see the posts and stuff, especially on social media. But in my philosophy, we don't really talk to each other anyways. You don't really want to know that much, you know. Just like if you're probably thinking, I probably don't want to know that much. So I just leave it. I kind of leave it at that. Maybe that's not the mindset to have, but it's the mindset that I'm looking at. You feel me? Man, other than that, Florida's low key like it's fun and cool, but for me the energy just be so off, bro. Like the energy is so off. Hey, look who went fishing. Hey. How did that go? Oh, that's beautiful, man. He's trying a bunch of new different things. Love seeing kids try new things and just expand their minds into new worlds. I put my kid on the tennis. You don't see too many people that like us playing tennis. And tennis is such a unique sport because it's like, it's you versus the other person, that's it. There's no teammate that's gonna bother you. There's no excuse on whatever is going on with the coaches. It's you. It's completely down to how you hit this ball and how can you combat and adjust to what the other opponent is giving to you. I like tennis, man. I really do. I'm a big fan of tennis. Hold on. What's up this song? What's up this? I wonder if I turn nav mode on. Nah, I'm gonna keep flying the way it is right now. I can't even lie to you. Let me line up just a little bit more. But, man, another great flight. This is the peaceful part of life. Sometimes when you know things are going all over the place, this kind of centers it out a little bit, you know. Give a perspective of the world that it just kind of reminds you we're just small people in this big world. When your mind determines how big you think you are in reality. Yeah. Like your mind stems everything. Your goals, your powers, your beliefs, all stems from your mind. And at times we gotta low-key take out some of these distractions, these dopamine hits that will take your mind off of the goal at hand. Because it's like when I run into overstimulation, and it's like being 22, I feel like I'm in the prime area of life where I'm learning, alright, it is so easy to get overstimulated. It's so easy to just lay there and just do nothing, bro. It's so easy to hop on the game and not do a thing. Like I know for real, if I'm gonna fly the flight simulator, or if I'm sometimes gonna play the game, sometimes I do play without streaming. But especially now, since I know the value of the time that we're in, I have to start streaming while I play these games. I'm not gonna just play them and no one know what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here wasting time. I know now I got a message I can put out to the people. I know there's certain people that do watch these videos, so that I'm gonna say these different topics on these videos. I am gonna do a flight simulator and have you watch us in the background while we have a conversation with each other. It's all these little things. I don't know. How about this? Man? That's kind of like how I look at it. Man, as you can see, I'm yawning, bro. I feel tired. But it's like I'm tired, but not going straight to sleep type of tired. Tired to where I just feel fatigued from driving all night and not really sleeping the day before. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. It's just a brain fog a little bit. You're most susceptible to the dopamine effect and the dopamine hits at this time because you're not really. I feel like, in my perspective, it's harder to think at a high level if you're tired. If you're exhausted, it's really hard to think at a high level and think deeply on things. Especially if you're not sober too. Like being high or being drunk, etc. It's almost impossible to think at a high level. And then I keep telling myself, and I'm telling my boys this too, too much of anything is not good. Literally. No matter what you're doing right now. Too much of anything is not good. I will say there's some stipulations. Because even with reading, you can read every single book, but it's like, you're just going to overload yourself with knowledge and not be able, if you're not executing on the knowledge, what's the point? So too much of that's not good for you. And then of course with smoking, like, my guys, if you are tapped in, if you are in this video, if we're smoking so much, how productive can we really be? How does the weed make you feel? What do you usually do when you're high? And I know we say that, bro, I can get things done high. Of course, I think the same thing. I do the same thing at times. But then you are the truthful only person that knows how you really feel when you're high. And does it slow you down a little bit? Do you feel like your memory's kind of shaking up a little bit? Do you at times feel like, man, I feel like I'm not remembering what I'm trying to say, but I'm too young to not be remembering what I'm trying to say. Everything should be so, my neurons should be going like that. And I think we sometimes normalize these things because we've just been doing it so long, or it actually just helped us so much in different situations that it's now our thing. This is what we link life with. You know, I was telling my homeboy the other day, we might look at a balcony or look at somewhere nice, and when we look at that place, we don't think of like, oh yeah, but I can see myself reading out here, I can see myself relaxing. The first thing that sometimes came to my mind was, oh, I can smoke up here. I can relax up here. And, you know, at that time, it's just, at times, is that what we really need? Is that what we really need at times? That's my question. That's my truthful question of the day. Is that what we really need at times? The thing is, though, look at the phone real quick, tap in. Damn, someone got dropped. Damn, that's unfortunate. Man, I gotta get some shades. That's the next. This woman is beautiful. That's the next goal, is to get some shades. And I know I'm not the only one, but you go on social media a little bit, and like I said, I say it because it's like I'm not perfect. I'm gonna still look at social media too. But you go on social media, bro, you just see someone beautiful, like utterly, overly beautiful. It's like, damn, she is beautiful. And you're not even on no fanboy, because a lot of people are fanboys. Not even on no fanboy, just admiring beautiful people and knowing that, you know, bro, we're beautiful human beings, man. Man. Let's start turning a little bit. But as you can see, everything's actually going pretty well. We're sitting here at 27,000 feet, going 320 knots, actually almost max speed. So we're burning more fuel, but we have the fuel to burn. I'm lucky hungry. I'm thinking about going to warm up some food right now, but then it's like y'all gonna be sitting here without me for a second as part of the video. If I go warm up some food, but I'm also trying to be conscious and not eat too much at all these different times. But it's like I'm trying to gain up the weight. If anyone knows, if y'all know, if you're on this type of journey too, what it's like trying to gain weight without trying to go crazy eating. Because it's like, you imagine you've already been heavy or you've been bigger. I was 230 at one point in time. Mostly muscle with a mixture of like 20% body fat, 25%. So a little heavier on the hefty side, but strong because I'm lifting way more. And then now I cut all the way down to 190. And then after I cut down to 190, it's trying to go back up to 200 and get back to 200 the healthy way. Man, that shit is hard. Bro, that shit is hard. It makes you, those are the moments you're like, golly, bro. Do I need to eat 4 meals a day? Do 4 big ass plates, bro? And then on top of that, doing that costs more money. So then if you're trying to go on that route, if you are trying to do that, you better be ready to spend a bag. I'm so grateful for my parents, bro. Dad hooked me up with some food. That's the only reason I drove back to Georgia, so I can drive back with all the food. And it's like, man, shout out to Mom Duke, man. Mom Duke taught me so much. She take care of me, man. Like, I got some loving parents. No one's perfect in this world. We all got things we gotta work on. But like, man, the love I got from my parents and the things I got coming for them in the future, and the way I'm gonna give back my love to them, man. That's why it's a journey and it's a grind, but then knowing that you have all the power to get to where you gotta go allows you to see that version of, I'm gonna take my parents to these different countries. I'm gonna allow them to go see these different type of places. I want them to go live like life without worrying about nothing anymore at all. Because we deserve that. We truthfully deserve that. Especially if you're putting in hard work. You deserve that, bro. my kid, I don't want you working for other people, bro. I want you working over here. Come stay in the system with us and build with us for the community, for people watching these different videos. This flight simulator just so I can get a niche of people that I know has the same niche as me. I like flying planes, I like playing the game, I like doing all these other things. But then on the other side, I'm very conscious of everything in my life. Like, I'm very big on mind, I'm very big on the brain food, I'm very big on taking care of your body, I'm very big on trying to stay off the phone. But it's like I dabble up and down in times trying to stay disciplined. But you know what the best thing that keeps me disciplined is? Doing this consistently, because I'm seeing how consistent I can do something over time. Like, but YouTube, we just hit over 100 subscribers. I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic, bro. Overly excited. Man. Life is a beautiful, beautiful thing. You just gotta make sure you run it like that. And you gotta make sure you program your mind to do that. You could be in the worst situation in life right now. You could be down bad with nothing to your name. I promise you, bro, this life is still beautiful, bro. I promise you. It's a beautiful life we live because we create the life that we're living. Alright. I'll be right back. Enjoy the show for a little bit. I'll be right back. We are back. Let's see, are we too fast? No, we're still good. Bet. Let's. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be at 12,000 feet. We are supposed to be at 12,000 feet. What? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie though. For my people that do be tapping in, hey, Jamaican style every single time. Hold on, we're gonna get it done. Jerk chicken, curry goat, fried rice. Hey, brother. Can never go wrong. Can never go wrong, man. I'm always so grateful for the roots. I'm always so grateful for the roots, bro. But yeah, we gotta speed our way down. We're supposed to be at 12,000 feet. Bustin'. All right. Hold on. Let's line up a little bit more, of course. Alright, we can take speed brake off because we are going pretty slow. To me, being a pilot has to be the coolest and also most stressful job ever. You have everyone's life in your hand. And if anything goes wrong, it's your fault. Unless obviously something is like wrong with the plane, etc. But then it's like, why'd you catch your fall? I made some jerk chicken, bro. So we're going down. We're a little too high, but nothing we can't recover. Because I'm still a pretty way out. Oh, this is some type of scam. Bro, I know people are realizing how much scams are happening over the phone. Like, you gotta be careful. Any conversation you have or who texts you, it might be a scam. Not might be, it probably be a scam. It's like, damn, bro. Or it's a bot. Forget scam, it might be a bot. That's the most important. That's the most annoying part of it. Let's see. Man, LA Fitness basketball might be some of the worst basketball in the history of basketball. Yeah, hands down, some of the worst basketball. Alright, what are we looking like? We're at 14.7. Got some turbulence coming in. On our way down, we should be at 5,000. Or we should be at 6,000 feet. Yeah, so we gotta slow all the way down. Spoilers, 50 halfway. Let's go down a little bit faster. Prepare for landing. Because this is gonna be a quick down. We're gonna see how I can play this out to be as smooth as possible. Because we are pretty high. And since we're very high, I'm actually going to circle real quick. What's our altitude here? 3001. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna do a circle real quick. And then come right back in line for our approach in. So I'm not just going down straight down for the ground. Obviously, too, I'm not a professional. If you are a professional aviationist, there's so much more things I could be doing right. A lot of times, this is just for the good vibes, man. I'll put 11,000, put it at 6,000. Slow too. Alright, now let's start heading back this way. I'm going to be heading into going down to 5,000 feet. We're at 10,000 feet right now. We're still way too high. Work our way back in. Man, what is life for real, bro? Life. Life is really what you make it. Sitting here eating some curry goat with some jerk chicken, white rice. Vibing. You never know who will watch a video. It says we have someone watching on YouTube, so that's lit. That's dope. But if you tapped in on YouTube right now, appreciate you. Much love to you. Peace and power to you, my God. We're about to start landing. We're back at 5,000 feet, which is exactly where we're supposed to be right here. We're about to be right behind this plane over here. Now we're going down to 2,700. Let's see if this ATC works. It doesn't work, so we're gonna land with no ATC. It's not really live, so it won't interfere too much. A dinner like this would have cost me damn near $30, bro. That's the sad part. That is the sad part. Let me respond back. How do I know you? How do I know it? There's our runway. I'm about to. Wow, why are we not going down fast like this? Alrighty. Now we're gonna start going down. We should be at 2,000 feet. Should be at 2,000 feet. And we gotta slow down. I think we're third for landing. Let's see how good we can do on this landing, man. Haven't landed in a couple days. See if I can butter. Let's see if we can butter this landing out, man. Everything, landing lights on. Now we're slowing all the way down. Prepare for final landing. My controls. Holy moly, I did not mean to dip the plane down like that. I know if you felt that a while ago, your belly just dropped in real life. I gotta crab this plane. Alright, let's get this thing down.
Sync rate.
It's gonna say sync rate pull up because I'm in idle mode.
500. Sync rate 400. Hold up. 300. Hold
Oh,
up.
yeah, we actually buttered this one.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
We weren't the most centered. I actually don't know what's going on with the reverse dusters in this plane too. It's like I don't get reverse dusters. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Alright. Let's
Lindbergh Ground Eagle 9er 85 taxi to the gate.
Eagle 9er 9er 85 taxi to gate 74 via taxiway Bravo 8 Bravo.
Taxi to gate 74 using taxiway Bravo 8 Bravo Eagle 9er 85.
Alright, we're gonna head to our gate just like that. I ain't gonna lie, that wasn't a bad flight. It wasn't too shabby. Could have been better. The landing could have been more in the center of things. But hey, we landed the plane. That's what matters. We landed the plane down. It wasn't that bad. I think I can go around him. I don't like he's about to move. Trying to see while I wait real quick. Alright.
Traffic 10.
that's all she wrote, guys. Let's open up this door. It took us 52 minutes. Well, I guess that's another one. We got another one out the way. Appreciate y'all tapping in on this one. I got some more things in the works coming on this Unfiltered Empire page, so please subscribe and follow and like anything that you see. Comment as well anything you want to see, any flights, any airlines, any actual airframes you want me to fly. I'll do something for you guys as well. But yeah,